Hello, how are you? Welcome. I'm eating a Twizzler. So bear with me. Tonight, I'm talking about Granite State Punk. My internet's not great, so I'm hoping we're going to get better, but I'm having like one bar, so hopefully everything's good. I'm inviting my friend Chris over. How are you, Chris, tonight?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Well, nothing much. Just wanted to drop by and say congrats.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. We're hoping to hit that stretch goal before the end, So if we're going to hang out within an hour, talk about Granite State Punk, see if anybody has any questions. We'll go through the history, do all that jazz, and just kind of hang out for a little bit.
Sounds
Thanks
good.
for joining me.
Thanks for having me. Besides, so we're celebrating, I got the good stuff out.
Oh, what'd you get? What'd you bring?
This is a local distillery, but it's a one of 1,000 batch, so I don't break it out often. But
okay,
there we go.
It looks a little bit like Kraken, like the label, like a Kraken, the Kraken rum. If you know with that.
Yeah, similar idea. It's a Iron Smoke whiskey, a rye whiskey. Okay. Where is it based out of in New York? I should know it. I buy it all the fucking time. Fairport, New York, which is fairly close to me. Okay. So if anybody wants to come find me and hunt me down,
you'll share.
There you go. There you go. Fairport. Find Fairport, and I'm somewhere near there. So let's see. I'm pulling up your thing. How close are you?
We're a little ways away. We got about 300 something, which is doable. We'll see what's going on. I'm not totally stressed about it. It's a weird time of year. Also, we have a lot of people who want to get this book through the direct market. They've been buying it through Scout now, and that's where they want to buy it. So it is what it is. But the goal is always to push more, because I really believe in my heart of hearts that this is my best work. Like, I think that this issue is really something special, and I want people to get it and enjoy it.
I mean, personally, Granite State Punk is my favorite book you do.
Thank you.
I would have to agree. It's the best book you do.
Thank you.
That's not to discount your other work, but it hits home in so many ways for me. I mean, punk rock,
right?
Great state of New Hampshire.
Yeah, you have an affinity for it. You don't live there, but you have an affinity for it, which I like.
I do. That's one of the goals. One day to get up there, get the hell out of New York, man.
Bring up the campaign for people who stuff, and I see a lot of people jumping on. If you're jumping in, please say hi that you're here. If you want to join the show, you're more than welcome. We're gonna have it's kind of an open door. We can talk about your stuff as well. We'll bring up the campaign a few times. I'm going to show some pages from the book, some maybe show a little spoilers, but it's going to be a fun night. We're going to share it out, talk about it a little bit. But before we get into all that, I sent you an invite to Suicide Squad. Did you end up playing it?
I didn't. So.
Oh man, people begged me for that thing. I sent it to you who didn't use it. That's so offensive.
My like best friend since we were like fucking little has been on my ass because I haven't played Spider-Man yet. Spider-Man 2.
Sure.
And to the point where he's like, here, take my copy. And it's been sitting on my kitchen counter for about 3 weeks now. I don't know. I got the empty house now, so I've been spending zero time here outside of doing these fine recordings for my show.
We got a backer, by the way, so thank you. We appreciate that. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you.
Yeah, and I found out that I could stream this to my Twitter, so
nice.
There we go. It's on my Twitter now.
On the Twitters.
Yes, on the X.
Yeah. It's so weird how like you can share things out. Like I don't really know how that works, but you can share things to different categories. Like in sharing it to Twitter, though that's really nice that you did that. No one can reply to the Twitter, so it's not even really that useful. You know what I'm saying?
I'll keep on my Twitter. We'll see if one of the two people in my audience respond to it.
X, hey Joe, you got some pages you owe me, but I know this COVID, your world's kind of crazy, but just let me know because I can have email those guys. but yeah, this is it's wrapping up. This is not our final Kickstarter for the year, which is shocking. We still got one more, which is crazy.
Oh yeah, you got Holiday Spirits coming up, right?
We got Holiday Spirits. Yeah, we're about a month behind on everything. So this year has been a month behind everywhere. So like everything has been delayed by a month or so. In fact, we were supposed to be actually more closer to 2 months. We were supposed to have a Voodoo Nations this year. Like I have a Voodoo Nations done. I don't know if I've told you that. We have a Voodoo Nations in the can, ready to go. It's just I don't have the spot in Kickstarter. Hospice had, and the reason why is Cthulhu had a set date, Holiday Spirits had a set date, and Hospice had a set date.
Yeah,
so,
and you were waiting on a cover for this, right?
I was waiting on a cover, so this was back for a little bit, and it's the greatest cover. The Rancid cover at the end here. I'll show a little bit. The Rancid and the Matt Wilson stuff. These covers down at the bottom. He definitely did not made it worth the wait. I mean, that's a rad cover. That's a rad cover.
Yeah, I dig that cover. The Rancid one's close to my heart.
Yeah. So these covers were worth it. And I got 2 for the wait, so I'm not mad. And then I really love this. Benjamin Morris does some really cool stuff. I've never seen Zeke in this kind of feel, but I kind of dig it. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Benjamin Morris.
Shout out to Benjamin.
Love his work.
Yeah. Because not everybody. So when you talk about the character of Zeke, hey James, how are you, man? Hello, nice to see you. When you talk about Zeke, because of the way Patrick draws him, and he draws all the extra lines, not everyone I found can draw Zeke looking like Zeke. It's like you can tell it's the character, but you're like, yeah, there's something not right. It's because of the lines in the face and the scruffiness. Like he's got this weird scruffiness to him.
Yeah, like I love that cover that Ben did. He does a good job of translating it to his style, but
right.
I mean, Patrick, the way he draws them, not only does Patrick art add kind of an authenticness to the punk style,
yeah,
but it gives him that gruff and kind of torn down 30-something punk rocker who's still trying to do it and is,
right.
Somebody who was in the skateboarding punk hardcore scene in my early 20s.
Right.
And luckily I got away without doing too much bad shit to myself, but there's some scars from back then. There definitely is, but yeah.
Well, the only person who I feel has ever fully, and again, I love all of our covers. Please don't take any of this as covers, but the only person who's captured like the Zeke feel, in my opinion, who's not Patrick. And by the way, like this is not a thing. Like same thing with Voodoo Nations. Like I believe Luke Stone does the best Bishop Lucas. I just think he does.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you get just attached to a style. I think when you look at this cover, like this kind of captures him. You could tell it's not Zeke. He's a little more thick neck, but like he's got that, like you feel it,
Yeah, it's a different Zeke. That's like a Henry Rollins Zeke right there.
Right.
Like he's been fucking pumping and ready to punch some fucking people.
I recently saw Henry Rollins. And it was wild. It was highly worth it.
That man is something else.
Yeah, he's got such a good head on his shoulder. Like he still has all the punk mannerisms that he's always had, but he's also kind of like an adult, and he's super, super hyper intelligent, but in such a weird way that like you can't describe his intelligence, right? Like he's got like social intelligence in a weird way.
He's like the only guy to come out of that scene and do something else.
Right.
Like I can't think of another punk rocker from like the 80s and 90s that came out and did had a second life. Right. Like Jello kind of did, but it was more like, here's my solo act, and it's just me doing more Dead Kennedys because the Dead Kennedys sold out. Right. Dude, yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to do a black flag tattoo without it being like the typical flag.
Lines?
Yeah. I've been trying to figure that out so bad because I want to add it. I want to do something down in here underneath my.
Okay.
But I can't. I don't know. I haven't figured anything out yet.
You'll figure. I believe in you.
I'll figure. Something will come to me.
I think it's really interesting because and I think you were part of it. I'm giving away a free sticker if you back this campaign and you leave a message and say your favorite punk band. I realized a lot of them said Green Day, and that was because I always debate whether or not Green Day is punk. Like I know they were punk. Basket Case is definitely a punk album, but after that, I have questions and reservations. Maybe American Idiot.
I would say Green Day's still punk. I mean, yeah, they delved into the poppiness of it and became more mainstream. But dude, I don't care if this takes away some of my cred. American Idiot's a banger fucking album.
It is a banger album.
Yeah.
All Green Day albums are bad. I am not insulting Green Day as a band, whatever, but the edge of a punk band, they lost over time.
Yeah, and that's tough. I mean, did you read the NoFX autobiography they did?
I haven't. Someone bought it for me. I have it. I just haven't got around to it.
So they talk about that a lot. Like one of my favorite stories. It's actually why I got the surfer tattoo. It's that album was literally just they went into a recording studio for like I think it was 72 hours with just a bunch of drugs and alcohol and said like we're starting to become too clean of a sound. So let's just make an album in 72 hours with so much drugs that we don't even know what comes out of it. And that's what that album is.
Interesting.
And it's nowhere near their best album, don't get me wrong. But like it's one of those things where I'm like, those dudes are fucking insane. And I love it.
I love that attitude of the way they want to change the world or the way they want to see things. It's interesting.
Yeah,
so what do you think about you want to see some pages of Granite State Punk 3 that we haven't shared?
Oh, you know I do.
There may be some spoilers here, but I'm okay with that because I'll show it without the letters. Because I think you need to see the letters of Granite State Punk to really. I mean, I won't show. There'll be a couple pages I won't show. All right, let's see. These coming up. Yeah, let's see if I can make it bigger. That's not that much bigger. Let's see if I can make it bigger over here. And I show this for a couple reasons. One, hey, if you back my stuff, did that make it smaller or bigger? Tell me
a little
if
bit
this
smaller.
Is okay, it's making it smaller. That's not going to work out.
I think it works like this.
This is what you're going to see.
Yeah.
This page is on it. You know, this is my school, Spalding High School. This is where I was born and raised. That's my high school.
Oh, that's cool.
Drew that up. And what is so amazing here, Chris? You see how the length between the door and him.
Mm-hmm.
That is the length. And I gave him a Google Maps, and I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he knows that length. Like, like there is something magical about Patrick knowing the length of that.
Patrick took a trip, man. I know it.
Yeah, and I appreciate that dedication. You know, we get a lot of Zeke, you know, in his head. We go to talk about Cheers. You know, we go to a Dunkin' Donuts here. We're going to add a Dunkin' Donuts sign up here.
That's a terrible idea.
Well, we don't want to get sued, so it'd probably be a Dunkin' stuff. You know, we have a new app, you know, ride app here. It's going to be called Live Free or Drive, which I think is great. And we go over, you know, this nice road. People who live in Rochester will get frustrated because there's no way to go on this road and get in an accident. But if you do talk to me, I did find a way that I could do this. You just probably wouldn't do that. To go to his house from where they were. And you got this majestic deer. Look at this majestic deer.
There's one majestic white deer.
Look at that. Bam.
Zeke's definitely dead after that. Just so everybody knows.
I mean, look at these, the blood. So this actually happened to me. It wasn't a deer, but I was driving with my friends. Actually, we'll pause here. We'll leave this up for a second. I'll talk about Dan Price. Congratulations on the campaign. Benjamin, congratulations on the wrap up. Hey, thanks, Ben.
Ben.
You're more than welcome to come on, man. Hey, Travis from snowy Rochester, New Hampshire. Yeah. See, Kenneth knows. Kenneth, when you're reading this, bro, don't get upset with me knowing that he lives on Lafayette and going from Spalding and how we get to, let me show the road. How we get to this road, which would be like something in Farmington. Like, this is Rochester, New Hampshire speak. I promise you, I have a reason and I can explain it, but we're not going there.
I feel like listening to you talk, if I do move to New Hampshire, I have to move to Rochester, New Hampshire.
Right.
Considering I live near Rochester, New York, and there's a town near me that's Farmington, New York as well.
Wow.
So I know you don't have the town that I live in. I'm not giving that away on air, but
oh, did I closed it down? Yeah, I was always confused by Rochester, New York, because people would be like on the internet, be like, "Oh, dude, you're from Rochester?" Yeah, Rochester, New Hampshire, New Hampshire. They're like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
So the difference is if you get the wrong Rochester, like if you end up in the New York one, I hear the one in is it Wisconsin? No, not Wisconsin. Missouri, Rochester, Missouri, isn't that bad. Rochester, New York, you're probably gonna get shot,
right?
And then New Hampshire, I've heard nothing but good things about. So,
well, it's a little dicey. It's got some drug problems. I'll be honest. It's honestly has some of that stuff going on. But beyond that, you're going to be okay. As long as you can handle a junkie or two around.
Trust me, they're everywhere up here too.
Right. So it is what it is. That's just kind of. I don't know if I'm live. I have to be live on Facebook, or people wouldn't be seeing me. But I don't see me live on Facebook. Hold on.
So I saw Benjamin Morris commented, and if he's still out there, Benjamin, buddy, I love you. Send out those books soon, please.
I'm not going to bust balls. Creative license applies. No. You should bust balls. I look forward to answering this question at cons. All right. So I got in an accident here. This happened to me. I was driving with my friend. I was driving my friend. He just got his license, and we were driving down a rainy day, and it was he hydroplaned and drove us right into a tree. We weren't doing drugs. We weren't doing anything stupid. He just was stupid. And I, because there was a person in the backseat, went like this to protect that person in the backseat, not protecting my head, and I went through the windshield, through the head.
Through the glass?
Through the glass.
Holy shit, man.
So this scene right here is true to life of what happened. I kind of walked out stumbling with blood coming down my face, and there's somebody comes up the road, and they literally drove past us, like blood coming down my face like that. Kind of like had to hobble until we finally got the ambulance to come and go to the hospital. Actually, we didn't get an ambulance. We actually got someone finally down, and they dropped us off at the hospital. But when I got there, because I'm in New Hampshire, dude, they like harassed me. Like all these, no, it wasn't OJ. It was Doug Heath. If you know that name, you probably know some things about him. And you're shocked that I said no drugs were involved. And I
were these drug infused days?
I'm not kidding, Chris, when I say this. My friend Doug Heath got shot down by the cops live on the news because of trying to run away because he took shots at the cops.
Damn.
Yeah. So no exaggeration. No, that's how he went down. That's the final days of his life. I watched it happen, and it was the wildest stuff you could ever happen. Watching your childhood friend get shot down on the news.
That's insane. The closest I ever had to that was I was delivering to the local drug and alcohol rehab center.
Yep.
And this actually happened multiple times, but it happened with a good buddy of mine. We were in a band together. We used to go to skate park together all the time. And he was there. He got busted with heroin.
Oh, wow.
And I was talking to him. We hadn't talked in years. And I was talking to him, and he was trying to get better and all that stuff. And I shit you not, months later, I get I find out through the magic of Facebook that he overdosed.
Oh.
And we're just like, oh, dude was getting his life together, or trying to, it seemed like it. And then bam. Yeah. That's rough, man.
My mom worked for the prison. She worked in drug and alcohol rehab. So she would often go, "Hey, I saw some of your friends today." I was like, "Cool, which one?" She's like, "I'm not allowed to tell, but they say hi." I was like, "Cool."
That actually happened to me 3 times, all times heroin. So fuck heroin.
Yeah, no, it's bad stuff.
Yeah.
So this is our new love interest that we added. Her name is Cassandra, and we got young Zeke. So we've seen young Zeke before, but this is a new version of young Zeke, and you'll know from the black flag on his shirt and how he feels about things. And he's not like the Zeke we've seen before. He takes over the story a little bit.
Much like Zeke, I hope to also find myself a nice nurse one day.
Right.
I hear they make good money, Travis.
Sorry. Somebody's asking me some very complex questions and I get excited. Anyways, so yeah, the Coven. Yes, Zeke has a new love interest. People really liked Ember. Like people really talk about Ember a lot. And Doug Keith, I remember him, and you being a Safe and Sound original. Yes. We'll bring up Safe and Sound eventually. Your sister kind of freaked me out about it. So Safe and Sound, just so you know, Chris, was this great attempt by Kenneth and his family. They wanted to have this safe place where kids can go and listen to punk rock and music and kind of hang out. So they did this thing. And it worked out a little bit, but people still drank and stuff in the parking lot. So it didn't work out all that great. But a lot of punk bands came through and were very confused about like, oh, this is a cool music venue, but we can't what?
We had something similar. And it was like a block away from the police department. And it's a miracle I never got arrested for drinking underage. I mean, definitely of age, everybody. Definitely.
So here's some new pages. I don't think you've seen this one. You know, we got the house. The house is back. You know, we've got the witches are back. Some of the witch family is back. It's got some cloaks and stuff. That's Zeke's dad makes a second appearance. This is the second appearance of Zeke's dad.
Huge shout out to Patrick's art, man.
Yeah, right? Isn't it great?
Dude just kills it on every scene.
This is our history lesson of what happened. Because, you know, we always take some New Hampshire lore. Got some great stuff. We've got Zeke's dad being a dad. I mean, look at this place. Isn't that amazing?
So do you still, I mean, hopefully this doesn't give away too much, but I remember I saw a script for the last issue.
Okay.
And I remember one of the things that you do that I never did in anything I ever wrote. I usually just yelled at the artist afterwards to be like, no, that's wrong. But you would add like pictures, like actual photos of the things you're referencing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you do a lot of that in this one too?
Yeah. All those buildings are all pictures and stuff. Oh, we got Jerome is coming on to celebrate the end of this wonderful thing. Hey, Jerome, how are you?
I'm good.
Jerome, I'm just spoiling the whole book for Chris, you know, without the words. So I hope that's not going to be a problem.
He told me I didn't need the words, that the lettering was just a waste of time anyway. So
yeah. He's right.
And if you can ask Jay, he will tell Dan Martinez is saying hi, Chris.
Dan, I thought we were friends, man.
But yeah, Chris, basically all I do is cover Patrick's art. So yeah, it's pointless.
Yeah.
So I've been told about letters.
Yeah. Jerome always feels that. Oh, look at this. Hey, Daniel, if you're still watching, Jerome, show your shirt. Because he doesn't know you gave me that shirt. We got the Space Coast Fight League. No contest is in the house. We actually told him, I don't know if he remembers, but my wife actually asked him for that shirt specifically for you.
Yeah.
And Daniel goes, yeah, what's up?
Oh, Daniel, you'll be proud of me. I actually started this month doing jujitsu.
Nice.
I saw that. That's wild.
Yeah.
Are you going to be a ninja?
I'm trying to be Batman. Mostly, I just want to come down to Florida and fight Daniel. I mean, that's basically.
I mean, I think if you come down to Florida, I think Daniel will let you fight him. Like, I don't think that's going to be that hard of a problem. Just wear an Eagles jersey.
I'll get my ass beat, but yeah, I've seen that man's arms.
Sure, but his
he's ripped.
You may have seen that man's arms, but what you haven't seen is he's got a baby, so he hasn't been boxing as much. He's still doing some workout, but I haven't seen him in the thing. He hasn't done a video in a while, so I don't know.
It's a cute fucking baby too.
It is a cute baby. It's a beautiful baby. She's so fun. She's so chill. And Daniel is not chill, so and neither is Marina, so I don't know where the chill comes from, but she's very chill.
Give it like 13 years, it'll come back to bite him in the ass.
Right. So we got this.
She'll fight him in the ring.
He's like, all right, I'm not training. I'm in terrible shape right now. If anything, I'm a comic writer shape. Hey, that's great, man. I feel that.
Oh, is that why I can't get any comic writing work? I'm too much time in the gym.
Too much time in the gym. All right, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna just show, guys. Here's our current level. Just to let you know, we're going through the book, kind of showing it off. If you haven't backed Granite State Punk, it is we're getting there.
Got some more backers.
We got some backers. Thank you guys, whoever backed. We appreciate you. We're getting there. We're hoping to get the $300 we need to get that stretch goal because we need that koozie. Look at this koozie. It's a beautiful koozie.
And fill your surveys, Travis.
It's one survey, and it literally came in.
Man. It says 3.
It's not 3. Here, let's look at it.
You need to fill it live on air.
Let's go. Letting us know that Holiday Spirits 2 is expired on December 31st, and that everything's confirmed on Holiday Spirits. That will be there until we launch.
Yeah, and Scott Lost just doesn't know where to send his books. I mean, you're always complaining people don't fill out surveys, Travis. I see you.
I literally am.
No, but I saw 3 others, but I thought it was three surveys. But yeah, okay. One's not that bad.
Thank you for that. Super excited for this. Congratulations for the interim camera. Anthony, by the way, I got your order, but I haven't printed Parallels 3 in a long time, and I can't find them. So I may have to reprint it. So it may be a minute. If you want me to send 1 and 2, I can send those now. But I can't find the Parallels 3 because I didn't print that many. In fact, Jerome's like, did we make that?
Yeah.
Are there any other locals that are inspiration for Granite State Punk? My brother Justin. So the first issue about Zeke coming home from prison and the foot monitor, that's all my brother Justin, like trying to put myself in his shoes, what it's like. Fingers crossed for the koozie. That's right, Benji.
Yeah. We're so close.
Did you delete your Kickstarter account? Because I don't know if you ever get the books. I never know. Like Benji's one of my childhood friends. I love that guy. Laugh out loud, relax. I can literally wait till MegaCon. All right, cool.
Yeah, I do need that koozie. So if everybody could back, I'd really appreciate it.
All right, so going back to the art. We're going back to the art. Anthony comes at every convention and he catches up from the last convention that he saw. So he'll buy all the books that he hasn't backed. Though he's backed a few this year, so there may be some he won't get. But
yeah, but Anthony, if you back now, there's a koozie.
There's a koozie.
There ain't gonna be no koozie at MegaCon. I promise you that.
All right. That's a big pop. All right, cool. Yeah, you inspired somebody. Daniel just back. Thank you, Daniel. We appreciate you.
175.
All right, let's go. All right, so let's show some more pages of this. So this is about the halfway point of the book. And to show you that the pages are done. If Jerome didn't have to letter all the other books that I tell him to letter, he would probably have got this done by now.
Nah, he's busy doing Assassin's Creed stuff now.
Right, Assassin's Creed.
Your little funny books.
Right, that's true.
Assassin's Creed and Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
That's out now, right?
Assassin's Creed, yeah, it is.
Yeah, everybody go buy Assassin's Creed Visions. Visions or Visionaries?
Visionaries.
Oh, I don't have it.
Visionaries.
Yeah. I do need that Miyakuzi, Anthony.
Then you know what to do, Anthony.
You know what to do. We've got some cool effects here. As Zeke seems to have a problem controlling his powers. It's super weird. This is a new plot element for people who've never read Granite State Punk, for some reason.
He's always had complete control. Are you doing this?
Except for today.
Is this your Dark Phoenix saga? This
is my Dark Phoenix saga. And that shit causes some shit. And we've got some ghosts here. which is great. And they go down, and we're not going to show
No,
any
you
more.
don't show that
page.
one. The next
What?
one.
We're not going to show that page, and we're just going to show the top of this page. You can't see the bottom. Yeah. There's spoilers, but stuff.
Well, yeah.
There's
but
the
it's
spooky ghosts, everybody.
spooky ghosts, and people are crying. I don't know why they're sad. No one knows why they're sad. But I mean, these pages are great. I mean, look at this. Look
Dude,
at
that page is awesome.
Look at that fucking page. And I'm going to show you the last page, even though like it does spoil stuff, but like, fuck, man. Ugh. These last 2 pages.
Dude, there's something about Patrick's art too. Like, you need to put all of your, whenever you work with him in the future, just everything at nighttime.
Right.
Because he does nighttime and like darkness so well.
I mean, this book is powerful. It's literally so much fun. We're gonna try to get it to you guys for Christmas, at least the digital. I'm gonna print it as quickly as possible. But I mean, this book is a cut above. You know, anybody who wants to wait till January, till March or April when it comes to Diamond is a fool. You're a fool, I tell you. But let's go over the campaign real quick and go look at the pledge levels, all the cool stuff we got here. We haven't done that yet, right? We got 30 minutes left, guys. Trying to get to that 6,000. And how you can help, guys, if you're watching this, just share it out. Just say, hey, we got 30 minutes to back this if you haven't, let everyone know that it's here and what it's doing. So let's see. All right.
Dude, I cannot stop looking at the cover
this
that
koozie?
Patrick did too. Yes, the koozie too.
What's your favorite cover, Chris?
So I say it all the time, so people may be sick of hearing it, but I'm a cover A kind of guy.
Okay.
Right.
And I personally like when the interior artist does the cover.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, it's also Patrick. So
it's all Orange Cone. Orange Cone is always that way, except for like an anthology, obviously.
Yeah, and I feel most of the people prefer it that way when the cover artist is the same as the interior. Old time comic book readers prefer that way usually.
Yeah,
and
I like it for newcomers.
I think that cover A should always be your best. I mean, if the cover A, he should be the best one, I think. But
yeah, I think for newcomers too, like when you're trying to get someone to read comics, it's so hard already. And when you hand somebody a Marvel comic and it's got an Alex Ross cover, and this is no offense to any other artist out there, but like they look at that and like, man, look at this, and then they open it up, and I would say 4 times out of 5 they're immediately disappointed because it's not that Alex Ross art. And it's a bummer. Like I wish, like I know I could give people Donny Cates Venom, and that's all done, all the covers for each trade is done by the interior artist, so it's like and stuff like that. But I want more of that because I like Watchmen. You hand him Watchmen, it's a Dave Gibbons cover.
Yeah.
Right. And people know
most of the time. I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, most of the printings. I'm sure we could find one that isn't, but I think they say don't judge a book by its cover, but unfortunately we do it every day. So
well, I think you got to in comic books. Like I don't think that applies to comic books. Like you absolutely should judge a book by its cover.
In a way, I think you should judge a book by its cover. I mean, that's the first thing. That's the first thing you see. That the first appeal you get to a book to pick up a book is the cover. So if the cover is not good enough, well,
and that's why when you really believe in your interior artist, and in this case you got Patrick doing it, so I really hope Travis believes in him.
Absolutely.
You want him to do the cover because it's a win-win. You've got an amazing artist and he's doing the interiors, so people immediately like, man, I love this art, and they open it up and it's just more of that art. And that's no offense to any of the variant cover artists. Like we talked, Benjamin does one. I'm a huge fan of Benjamin, but
it's a great cover.
Yeah, it's an amazing cover, but it's just that flow of having the interior artist do it just feels perfect for me. That's what I think every creator should do personally.
Says, well, fingers crossed, maybe a special cameo character in one of the Granite State Punks. We talked about adding some people from Rochester. I try not to do it too much because it's a fiction. I try not to blend that too much. But I'll spoil it here. Unless I change it when writing, Heather, Jerome, myself, and Patrick will be in the next issue of Granite State Punk as cameos.
What?
Yeah, you'll see.
Okay.
I want to point out, and fuck it, I'll spoil it. So I want to do a scene where Zeke talks to young Zeke, talks to the Zeke that we've seen before, and then a fourth Zeke that we haven't talked to, and he talks about all of his things, but he's referenced that he's kind of in a comic book before. Like he's referenced it in one, like he kind of implies that he knows that the fourth wall. So I'd like him to even point out us, like at MegaCon, like us four. And these guys are writing me and point out how not punk you, me, and Heather are. And then point out that Patrick is the closest because he's vegan. Because I think that's funny.
Yeah. Patrick is definitely the closest. Yeah.
Right. He's the closest. And that's because he's vegan. I mean, you met Patrick. Whoa. Patrick kind of looks like Zeke. Like,
yeah, he has the same.
I don't think he's self-inserted, but he kind of looks like Zeke. Like they kind of like.
Yeah, he has a similar in like his body type and everything.
Right.
But Patrick, like, and I mean this with all love, Patrick. He's the least punk person I've ever
meet. Yeah. All right, just upgraded my pledge to physical. Couldn't miss out on that koozie. I feel you.
Well, Patrick and I, we did share some Pabst Blue Ribbon in a driveway in the parking lot next to the Walmart. Yeah, so yeah. That's
okay.
The kind of thing that Zeke would do.
Yeah, he gets, you guys get some cred there, I guess.
So I want to talk about this collector's kit, and there's some cool stuff in here. So we do the metal that we always do. So we've got the metal cover A, and we do the black and white sketch cover that we always do. And then this time, Jerome said, instead of me drawing on it,
well, you can add drawings on it.
You can still draw it. I can still punkify it, but we have stickers that you can punkify it, which I think is kind of cool. Sean Keenan, Sean. I'm going to pitch you my Melbourne book in just a minute. I know it's Granite State night, but we're going to do it. It's going to be fun. I pledged today. Thank you, Sean. But the other thing we did here, Chris, that I think is really interesting that I don't know if you know, because of all the scout stuff and all the covers we've done for the Kickstarter, I have a 30-page cover book that's exclusive to this campaign.
Oh.
Which is pretty cool.
That
so
is cool.
It's because we have so many covers, and nobody has them all. I think you're probably the closest because you have a decent amount of them.
Of just the scout ones?
No. Well, this is the scout and the orange cone. Like mix them all.
Oh, together. Okay. Yeah, I have all of them from the first two campaigns, and I have quite a bit from the first scout book.
Right. Yeah. So all of them are going to be in here at their. Well, the other two for the scout version were just pages enhanced. They're whatnot. So I probably won't have those in there. But yeah, so we do it a cover gallery because I realized we have so many covers that we can do a cover.
Yeah. And where that cover is from?
Where's that cover from?
Yeah.
That is Fish Lee. So Fish Lee did this for us for Inktober last year.
Okay. So that's an exclusive cover for the Granite State Punk cover book.
For the covers book, there's an exclusive cover.
Okay.
He did it for that. I liked it as a cover. I felt it was a better pinup. But then when I did this, I put this together. I was like, no, I think this is a great place to put it,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he did a good job. It reminds me a lot of like Negan, like early Negan before you.
Yeah. A lot of Negan covers of that. Yeah. Let's see where we're at, guys. A lot of people say they're playing and stuff like that. Let's see where we're at.
We're so
close.
close.
We're very close, guys. Very close. We got 20 minutes to get $80. So guys, to do this, and Sean, I didn't know if you're still here. We need this shared out. So if you're watching this, I'm going to share the link in the comments. Grab the link, share it out. Say we need to get $60 in 20 minutes, right? No, $80. $80 in 20 minutes. I think we could do that to get this koozie, to get us to the amount. Let's do one little last push. All right, Sean, we're gonna pitch you in just a minute because I'll pitch you for 5 minutes. So I'm gonna share this out. Please share it on your Twitters, on your socials.
So Sean's joining us from the future, right? He's in Australia.
He's in the future, yes.
Yeah, he's in the future.
So he knows whether or not we got the 80. So that's what he's maybe he's back here to just witness it live, because he knows that it's going to happen and he just wanted to be part of it, and that's really cool.
He's waiting for this to end and then he's going to launch the 13th labor, whatever issue you're on, Sean.
Right.
He doesn't want to interlap because he knows that my money's a little tight and I can't back both.
Well, depending on how long his campaign is, you can get some money, Christmas money, maybe get it to work, right?
Yeah, I did just get my summer bonus last Friday.
What? Oh, wait, hold on, guys. Do not click that link. That is Granite State Punk 1. That is not going to help you. Grab the wrong link.
Travis isn't good with links, people.
I am not good with links sometimes. Don't share that one out, please.
If you're all on Twitter, if you go to my Twitter, this is streaming there. You can share that too to try to get more people in on our shenanigans here.
There's that. We shared it here. Damn it, Facebook. Why you got to do that? Facebook has this thing. If I just hit enter, it adds like other things called horror, which, being a comic guy, there's lots.
The Zuck's against you, man.
The Zuck is against me. So I've got to paste it, then hit space, and then enter. And then on Twitter, I got to do 30 minutes left. All right. So I'm going to do my pitch. I'm going to do my pitch here to my boy, Sean. So.
I think Travis's internet got the best of him.
After Baltimore, hang out with Sean, I decided. Hello?
You're breaking.
Someone talk.
There you are. He warned us ahead of time that his internet was not great. So
I'm back. Are you guys back?
Yeah. I don't think we ever left.
Okay. We're all here. We're all good. It's because I closed out too many windows.
Yes.
All right. So here's my pitch, Sean. I want to be Australia famous. I want you to fly me in Australia. I want to be the biggest hit in Australia by living in Florida. So I live, again, this is similar to what Chris and I were just talking about because he's close to Rochester, New York, or Rochester, New Hampshire. I want to use that same momentum. I live in Melbourne, Florida, and Melbourne is huge in Australia. So here's my pitch, Sean. It's a crime noir comic book, and it's about this guy who comes across kilos of cocaine that swims up in Florida beaches. He then builds his own criminal empire off of this. He then gets hunted down by Australians who find out that they've been smuggling drugs from Florida to Australia through a secret tunnel, and that's why Melbourne is named the same. And they've been smuggling them for years, and he gets in this crazy, like Atlantean kind of cult thing. I think it could be cool. I think it's great. What do you think, Sean? You in? You out?
If I've learned one thing, the best way to get famous in Australia is to fight a kangaroo. So you should either fight a kangaroo or put that in the comic.
Right.
That may be extremely racist to Australian people, but that's what I've learned here in America.
Dude, but Australians are super.
Maybe that's something that the main character should should try to do in that exact way. I learned that we need to fight kangaroos to be famous here. Let's try it. Let's go.
See, Sean lives in Melbourne. See, so we can do this, and we have Sean and I like kind of co-write it. Maybe he writes the Australian parts, I write the Florida parts.
Yeah.
I think this would be great. Like, I think we've got a good book here.
You don't need Sean to write the Australian parts. Just say like didgeridoo and bingo a lot. It's fine.
Right. Still talk about Steve Irwin like he's alive. punch
There
a
you
shark.
go.
Like
Our surfers just get bit. That's all that happens here.
I'm telling you, this comic, like, I know it may sound ridiculous, but I really think there's something there. I like this idea. I think it could be fun. The question is, like, how superhero-ish do we get it, or do we do it straight? And, like, how ridiculous can we make it?
You do it straight enough, you can get Chris Evans to star in a Netflix movie.
It's true. Well, and I think we need, if you're going to do this, you've got to have kaiju. Like, I feel like if you're traveling the ocean, you're going to upset kaiju. You got to have a kaiju.
You know my rule. Kaiju just makes everything better.
Hey, kaijus do make everything better. Remember that kaiju book that I did once that nobody ever is going to get? That's sad.
Yeah, you should just send me the PDF of your story because that's the only reason I bought it to begin with.
I can do that. I actually have a Kickstarter coming out where I'm going to publish it, even though, like, and I'll say this live. I don't care. That guy stole a whole bunch of people's money. I'm taking that back. I know you paid me. I know you legally own it, but that's fine. You can sue me. Have fun.
Yeah.
All right. So we need $80 to make this dream of this cozy possible. I know you guys all live in your fancy glass houses, because everyone who's rich lives in fancy glass houses.
It's true.
Hold on. All right, Sean's in. Co-production film, 100%. This would get made here. See? I'm telling you, Sean, we're sitting on a gold mine. You and I need to start having weekly meetings about Melbourne. Melbourne's what the name of the comic is, and it's going to be great.
It's gold, Jerry. Gold.
Melbourne International. Or Melbourne, Australia.
Maybe it could be a flip book, like Melbourne, US on one side, Melbourne, Australia on the other. It's the same book. It's just flipped. or like Chris
or
said,
it flips when you're in for the Australian part.
It's written in Australian, so we say crikey a lot. We change out, like, in the American version, I say fuck and motherfucker and like
back to Australian. It's like that's not a knife and stuff like that.
One more on the bobby, it's I think it'll work
on
out.
the bobby.
But guys, we got 13 minutes to go. We got 260 backers. Thank all you 260 backers. I appreciate every single one of you.
Travis still hasn't filled out his surveys.
No, I'm not going to do it. Everyone know my address. I mean, not that they don't know it.
I was going to say, we all know it already.
Melbourne AUS title with both A and US. Like different colors. So like A would be like a blue and US would be like red. I like this idea. I think it's cool.
That's some slick Australian shit you're pulling there, Sean. I see what you're doing.
And I have written, if you don't know, I have written a crime noir or two.
I thought you were gonna say I've already written issue 1.
I am like 20 scripts behind, so no. Jay, the only thing that's saving your life is I have a lot of personal stuff going on, and I can't seem to focus on writing, or you would be so fucked right now.
Yeah, and I already am. So yeah.
Green for A, blue and red for you. Okay, all right. I'm liking this. I'm liking it.
Still pulling some Australian crap on you. I'm telling you.
I mean, you notice how it's AUS. He's already trying to take full credit for it right there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're not going to have a free country pretty soon anyway, so it's fine, Sean. Just
no, Travis. He's just jealous of all of our freedom over here.
He was pretty cocky. I'm gonna put him on blast. So when we went to the Ringo Awards, we were all dressed up. Jay dressed up. I dressed up. We were all dressed up, and Sean did not dress up. He didn't think that we would dress up for such a thing, for such a prestigious award. So we had to go find stuff, which I thought was funny. So we got 11 minutes.
I just found out that there's a town called Melbourne in Quebec.
See, we can make this a thing.
Yeah.
Can
Well,
rope the Canadians in this crime spree.
it could be it could be.
What are they going to rob in?
There's a joke
rob
there.
in Canada? Tim Hortons? Like, how much you going to get? Like
millions. With that delicious coffee, millions.
No, it's bad coffee. Don't even try.
Oh, Sean says there's a Melbourne in the UK as well. All right, so we can make this a bit. That's Sean. That's the ending of our book, right? We pan out to the map, the whole world map, and point out all the other Melbournes and how they're going to be involved in this vast Melbourne block.
But I
should
feel
start
that
making up Melbournes too.
It's more like a joke. It could be the joke of the thing because it's like 1,000 people living.
I don't think my population is that great. I mean, we have more than 1,000, but let's see what Melbourne, Florida's population. It's not Melbourne, Australia's population. I'll tell you that. Population, Melbourne, Florida.
Oh, there's one in Ontario. Okay, there's a bunch of them.
Oh, we have about 100,000. It goes up and down. Like last year, it was 100,000.
Yeah.
Now it's at 95. So it's about 100,000.
Oh, you got me beat. My hometown is 10,500.
All right, guys. So we got 9 minutes to go. Granite State Punk. If you don't know about it, let me tell you about it. You probably wouldn't be watching this if you didn't know about it. But Granite State, the Coven. It's about Zeke. Zeke meets up, has a flashback with his original Coven, his Coven of Witches. So you meet the people who he grew up with, and when he was a younger kid. To a series of flashbacks to some amazing art. We went through the art. If you back up the video, you can see the amazing art. Blew you away. We tried not to spoil anything. We probably did, but we tried not to. And those last 2 pages, those last 2 pages alone are worth buying it. It's amazing. Here, I'll show those last 2 pages one more time, just for funs. Let's see. I mean, that panel right there is so good.
I love that middle panel.
I mean, it's so good.
And lots of purple. I like the purple.
Yeah, the vibe of this book is purple. Like this is the purple book. This is our purple phase. And well, the next issue is so tell me if I can get, so in comic stores, I don't think I can get away with the title "Fuck Nazi Punks." I don't think I can get away with that, but I think I can get away with it on Kickstarter. So I'm thinking about it being called "Fuck Nazi Punks" for Kickstarter, and for Scout White Mountain.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think that would be confusing to people?
Probably, because it's very far away one from another. But
I mean, there's connotation with White Mountains to Nazi punk,
Okay, I'm probably just not aware of on that thing.
No, it's just like white and white supremacy. White Mountains.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a far leap. I'm not that clever. Come on now.
You could. I mean, it depends what Scout's willing to do, because you could get away with "Fuck Nazi Punks."
You actually can't. I don't think you can be in the Diamond catalog.
There's definitely been books that have "fuck" in it in the title, but I think it's censored.
Well, or it's like, what is it called? What is it called? Fuck this place, or I hate this place. Like the fuck is only on the alt cover. It's not actually in the solicitations, so you need to know who the cover be. I'm
trying to think, and the only one that comes, I know there's got to be something, but the only one that comes to mind was when they did the alt covers to "I Hate Fairyland." It was "I fucking hate Fairyland."
Right. Well, and he was the one who came up with that idea. He was the first one. But again, I think that was on cover. I don't think that was solicited that way.
Yeah, well, probably we could use an RT symbol instead of the U or something like that, and
yeah, it's definitely got to be censored in some way. Right. Here we go. Popular books with "fuck" in the title. These are real books. I don't want to do that.
By the way, 5 more minutes, guys. Trying to get 80 more bucks.
Yeah.
Actually, not even 80 more bucks. It's
77.
I'd like to get us. So Granite State Breaking Edge was at 271 backers. I'd love to get, another 12 backers somewhere. I don't know where you guys are, but I'd love to get you. Where were we? I don't know if you can still see this. No, you can't. Breaking Edge was. Oh no, Breaking Edge was 289. I apologize.
Wow.
So yeah, it happens. So, Chris, I know you're a big fan of it. Do you, out of the 2 issues, do you have a favorite?
I think that it's tough. It'd probably be the second issue because I think Patrick, the art in that issue he stepped it up just another tier in that one. But looking at this one, it seems like he brought it again. So it's tough because when you first came out with this, I was all excited because as we talked about earlier, like punk rock's so close to my heart and my soul, and when I read it, I saw so much of you in it, which is another thing. Like, I think writers, when they write about themselves, it always turns out to be special. But then knowing you personally, it was just another level. So it's tough, but probably the second one. I mean, I like the villain in the second one was a little bit cooler, in my opinion. But yeah. Be interested to see how Zeke survives this car crash in this one.
He was dead the whole time.
You pull that shit on me, we're done. All right, Jed McKay.
Well, and I think, for this book, we've got all these great covers. I think the cover A's are so good. Between all these, they're so good. Patrick kills it. In fact, we even talked about, like, I love this cover so much that for the Scout version, just make these guys stickers. Make them like their stickers. So have the same cover, but they're stickers, and to match the cover thing. But Patrick really wants to do a new cover. So, if the dude wants to do a new cover, do you say no?
No.
If the man wants to do a new cover. All right, we got 2 minutes left, guys. You guys are watching this. I know there's 7 people.
We are so close.
Share it out. We've got 2 more minutes. Hopefully, we can get a couple more backers to finish this beast off.
We need some koozies up in here.
So, what's your favorite, Jay? Do you have a favorite? Do you like 1 or 2 better?
Well, I think I prefer the first one because I think the novelty of the thing. It was very, very different concept from what we've worked on before.
Yeah.
I like the Skull Golem very much as well. But I think the third one is the best one so far.
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah.
Well, and I think what makes Granite State Punk fit is I think I take all the things that people like about Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies and all the things that people like about Voodoo Nations, and I kind of mix them together and add that fourth wall breaking, that extra element, because Voodoo Nations doesn't have the good dialogue like Broke Down. Like Broke Down has some really good dialogue in it. But because Voodoo needs to be a more somber story, so this has the good dialogue, and then it has the supernatural stuff that you guys like about Voodoo Nations. I think this is a good mix between the two. You add that personal element of the Granite State in there for me, that's why it really resonates. And I mean, it sells really well at Scout. Scout loves this book, I'm really happy to be partnered with them to get this out. My current goal is to do 5 before the trade, so we'll do 5 issues and a trade. And then I want to do a spinoff, Granite State Golf, to do Eugene or Klaus, if you will, get him a little appearance. But 260 backers is
I'm actually excited about this one.
About Klaus.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really fun one.
Yeah,
because even though that dude really tries hard to be dark and all goth and stuff, but he's so goofy. I mean.
And it's gonna be fun too, because I can't write it like Granite. I have to like make it feel like Granite State Punk. I have to make it feel like in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
But I also cannot write it like Granite State Punk. He can't break fourth walls, anything like that.
Yeah,
that's not Witch's power. All right, we got 10 seconds. I'm going to refresh to see if something's happening and we're not aware of it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
and we're done. Three backers. No.
Where's our fireworks?
There.
Oh, there they are.
You guys did it. I didn't do anything. I just showed up.
Well, I have a secret, Chris. Let me show you.
We're getting the koozies anyways.
We can.
I'm not telling you.
We can. It's impossible. We haven't unlocked the goal.
Unlocking the goal actually creates the facility that makes the koozies.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't exist. I have this that is going to put a very special Granite State Punk official orange cone CGC in that I didn't get to do before this campaign. And you had privately told me, hey, you're a little tight on money. So I didn't want to put it up there until stuff, but I am going to take that special CGC rejected cover and make an official orange cone CGC, and it is going to be great.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
And you want me to tell you what makes it more punk rock? This is a Last Ronin size. This is not a full cover size.
Whatever happened, and you can tell the story if you want, but whatever happened to the one you sent in, was it last year's MegaCon, or was it 2 years ago that I was out there?
This year.
Last year. That was last year.
That was this year. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they rejected it. So we got a rejection letter. Apparently, Chris, there was something sticky on it. And they felt like it was too sticky that they couldn't put it in. So I have a rejection letter from CGC, and that'll all go in there, all into this nice package. We will, tape it up. We'll do some other cool stuff. We'll talk about how we don't need CGC. I will self-grade it as a 10. So, because we were not going to get a 10 on the other one, but I will give it a 10, official punk rock 10. So if anybody's curious.
I had too much pizza grease that I wiped my face with.
Yeah. The other thing I'm thinking about doing
1 instead of the 10.
I'm loving these rancid covers, so I'm thinking about going back and doing Breaking Edge as a rancid cover, and literally at 5 have 5 rancid homages metal covers set.
When you sent that to me, I was sitting there going, "Damn, you should have been doing that the whole time." And I just started thinking of all the album covers I would have wanted you to do.
Well, we have
S&M Airline with Zeke on top of the plane.
Have you seen the Scout rancid cover?
No. For which issue? The first one?
For one. Yeah. Hold on.
I wonder if I even have it.
Right here.
Yeah. Yes, I think I do have that one.
Yeah. Somebody told me this weekend that that person thought it was an homage to which band? I think it's Minor Threat. And he said, "Yeah, look it up. You'll see." And I haven't got. I just remember it now, but yeah.
I
maybe
think the
more
Outcome the Wolves cover is an homage to Minor Threat. But
is it? Hold on. Let's look at their album covers here.
We're all Googling. So I see it.
Minor Threat is 1984. And let's see if what Rancid's is.
Yeah. And theirs is like 93.
All right. So they had it first. All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you see
so it's an homage of an homage, so that's even punker.
Right. That's actually more selling out, so that's probably not so great.
Yeah, well, okay.
Fat Mike and a couple other dudes opened up the punk rock museum.
Yeah.
And they actually have not only they have the original Outcome of the Wolves photo, but there was actually an alternate photo taken, and it's of Tim in the same position.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I thought that was a cool little piece of history.
They seem to have a cover album with the X's on the fists.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Zeke has on?
Well, Zeke has it because he's straight edge. It has no extra stuff.
Okay, I thought there was an X.
Actually, yeah, Zeke doesn't have X's on his stuff for some reason. They didn't put the X's on.
Yeah, the X thing was always, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
just
sure, was always understood as being straight edge.
Right. Or CM Punk, the wrestler. Yeah, they were one of the two.
Yeah,
he was also straight edge, but
I don't believe that for 1 second.
He is. He's 100% straight edge. He is. I mean, look at him. He's not that big, and he's never got bigger.
He's not roided out. I don't watch that.
No, he's small and nothing. But thank you guys for hanging out.
Oh yeah,
sure.
I'm excited about this. I'm excited to get to work. We have you probably read it, Chris. We have about half the book already lettered, so we just got to letter the other half. So we've got to get that. We've got this. Apparently, people want this Cthulhu invades Neverland thing. Mm-hmm. But since we're here, and anybody who's watching this late, there's a different people. I want to let people know that I've hired Chris to. We have in February we're going to launch Broke Down in 4 Dead Bodies: Tales from Canyon City. It's an anthology, and all the main characters in that. So Randy, Denver, Miguel, Mr. Washington, Magnolia. All these characters have one shots in this story. It's an anthology piece, and big people like Jonathan Hendrick, Chuck Pino, a lot of people are doing stuff, and Chris is going to do the Miguel story.
Oh damn! I'm among that group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I actually have to try on this one.
You should always try, Chris, just for the record.
No, I appreciate the chance, and I remember we were talking about it, and you brought it up, and I was like, I think I told you I needed to think about it.
Right.
The true story there is I needed to reread Broke Down, and
you need to rewatch Brokeback.
Yeah, I need to rewatch Brokeback and then read Broke Down, because I'm like, because the character you gave me, I'm like, who's that again?
You watch it both, you'll know.
And then as I was reading, I'm taking notes like, oh, this would be a cool idea, and then like next issue, oh, Travis already did that. Because I hadn't actually read it since the original issues, even though I have the trade, because my name's on the trade too. And that's a rule. My name's on your book. I got to buy it.
There's new content in that too. There's some new stuff that wasn't in the original.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but I think we added, what was it, Jerome? Like 7 pages?
Yeah, something like that.
But we're really proud of it because that was our first trade.
Yeah.
But if this does well, I'm going to bring back the Broke Down series, and we're going to keep going with it. A couple people have asked us a couple of times to do some stuff, so we'll go ahead and do that.
That'd be cool.
So,
how are you going to do your not safe for work covers for that one?
I am not buying into that train. Well, yeah. How am I going to get this funded? I don't know.
I bought my first Not Safe for Work book because Pat Shand threatened me if I didn't try it. And I still haven't read it because I'm afraid of it. There's too much sexiness like coming off of the book. I just can't stand it.
Right, you're home alone. Like
yeah, I get like one page in, and it's like I need a sock.
Right. and then
what form?
When you're done, you're just gonna have that sad realization: this is not a real woman. This is a woman that Pat made up. So really, I'm thinking of Pat.
I mean, it's not like that hasn't happened before.
And Pat's a good transition, right? Pat could be a female name or a man's name, so it's a good transition if you're thinking about switching. So you bought Private Dance, I believe, right?
Yeah, I backed that, and dude, so I gotta say, I hate Kickstarter sometimes because he did that and then immediately did I Summon Cthulhu to fund my Kickstarter issue 2.
Right.
And I didn't even know he was doing that Kickstarter. So I missed out on that because I really liked that first issue.
Right.
Especially the part where you show up and
Cthulhu Tentacles,
Yeah. Like it's real hentai real quick.
As intended.
But yeah, but so I got that. What else came this week? Oh, Mittens issue 2. Did you check out the Sierra Nova Mittens book?
I get the digital, but yeah, I've got it.
Yeah. Cats in Space, man. It's an easy sell for me.
No, I got a bunch this week. I got Dreadlocks even this week for Kickstarters.
Nice.
That's like 3 years old. I got Requiem, that David is on. I got the Star Universe. This one's like 3 years late, but I got Leave the Light On in 1856. Vix the Hunter. I got canceled, which I didn't even know he finished.
I got this. I got this today. Whoa.
Galarian. So Charlie sent me all of Galarian or all of White Ash, the universe, because I'd never read it, and so I got like a review to read that.
To review.
So we had him on the show, and usually depends on the book and the creator, but usually we get the book ahead of the interview,
right?
And just depending on how life goes, I try to read the book before we do the interview. And in Charlie's case, it was like 4 trades and a side series or something. It was a ton of books, so I didn't actually get the chance to read it. Plus, when Charlie and I talk, it's like an hour and a half of nonsense. But I want to check it out because I told him off air, and I'll tell it to the people out there. That book doesn't really appeal to me that much. It's not like the type of book I would search out, but I like with Pat Shand's stuff, his Not Safe for Work stuff. I have been trying to jump out of that realm of like what I like and test my boundaries.
But I know I wasn't very. I was looking at the premise of the book, and I wasn't sure it was for me as well. White Ash, but I really loved. I loved it. It's really good.
White Ash is really, really good and one of the best in the market. And I don't just say that because I kick his ass. I mean, he deserves all those backers, like because he writes a good fucking comic book. It's really good. With a basic premise. The premise is not like super amazing, but he just writes it well, and you love the characters.
Yeah.
I have this idea for a short essay that would be like, I read the idea is I read this and I thought it wasn't for me, and it is.
Right.
But I'm trying to read a few things outside of my comfort zone. I was talking to a few guys that do UK comics, and I was like, I don't read pretty much any UK comics. Like I read the stuff they made when they came over here and made Marvel and DC and so on. But I don't think I've ever read a single panel of Judge Dredd. At least Judge Dredd made in the UK and other stuff. So I was looking up like 2000 AD, like best of books and all this stuff. And I ordered a bunch of those. Pat's book, White Ash. There's a few others I'm looking at. And I'm just like, I wanted to do that thing where I'm oh, here comes the cat, where I test the boundaries and see, and then try to write something up to be like, this is why you should try to every once in a while, like step out of your comfort zone and try to discover something new that maybe you think isn't for you.
Yeah.
Because it's something I do it quite a bit, not to pat myself on the back, but sometimes we get stuck in those ruts and we don't check things out that could be something we love.
Yeah. Well, I love you guys, but my son has been crying for a little bit, and apparently he got hurt. So I have to, and my wife told me I have to assess whether or not he needs to go to the hospital. So it looks like I have a fun night ahead of me. But we are funded. We are done. Couple more weeks till, or not very soon, we're going to launch, not a couple more weeks, sooner than a couple more weeks, Holiday Spirits. Jerome and I just have to finish the Kickstarter page so we can launch that. So be excited. Get excited.
Yes. Kitty wants to go to bed.
I will see you guys all very, very soon. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you. It's okay that we didn't get to the 6, but we were so close, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm not going to send you the koozie, not because I don't love you, but we'll just push it on the next one. More incentive next time. All right. We will talk to you guys later. Live free or fucking die. Bye.
Oh, he just bounced. He's still alive?
Yep.
All right. Bye, everybody. See you later, Jay.
Bye.
He's right. I didn't shut it down. I got to shut it down.
Yeah, please.